Oh, shit. Somebody's watching the entrance. There's no way I'm getting by without him seeing me. But there's no other way out of here either.
That guy will see us if we try to run past, but luckily for us, we have an invisibility potion. There it is. Use it on ourselves. And poof.
Who's there? I know somebody's there. I can hear you. Nah, probably just a sewer rat.
Sewer rat?
How rude.
I got my body back. That was a close call, though. If I'd been caught, I don't want to think about what would have happened.
Me neither. Let's run away. We have to run to the fringe. Uh-oh. Nice jukes, April.
What's that? The mystery door. It's open.
Oh, hey. And we're here. The place from the very beginning of the game.
I'm pretty sure actually, I'm not in Venice anymore. Now I know how Alice and Dorothy felt. I don't know who she is, but she does look vaguely familiar. Moby Dick, Oliver Twist, The World According to Garp, Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance, The Holy Bible. Warm and cozy.
Welcome, April Ryan.
I won't ask how you know my name, but who are you?
The Lady Elvane is my name now.
And where am I? What's this place?
This is my home, the house of all worlds.
This is Arcadia? It looked like I passed through a shift, but it didn't feel... It felt different, not like shifting.
It's similar to shifting, except that you did not pass through dreams, and you're not in Arcadia, nor in Stark. This place is between and everywhere. But don't worry, you are safe from your pursuers, for the moment.
Did you bring me here?
You brought yourself here. But yes, I opened a doorway for you.
Why?
Because that's how the story goes, April. You escape. You outrun your pursuers, and your journey continues. It's been written, and we cannot change that now.
Lady Elvane, I appreciate your help, but I'm so tired of hearing about my destiny and about prophecies. I've lost a good friend today, and...
She's not dead.
What? What did you say?
Emma's not dead. She was hurt, but not killed.
Oh, thank God. Are you sure?
I'm quite certain. She is on her way to the hospital as we speak. But the others, Charlie, Fiona, they're angry at you. They blame you for Emma's pain and for not letting them in on the truth.
They should blame me. I brought it all to them. The violence, the chaos. I've hurt so many people since this all started. And yet, at the time, it all seemed justified.
It was. The fate of the many depend on the sacrifice of the few. Your sacrifice most of all. You've made so many, and you'll have to make many more before this is all over.
Will it ever be over?
Eventually. The pain won't go away, though. You'll keep that with you forever.
I don't know if I can go on. It's so hard.
Listen to me, April. You must go on. You must be brave. They all depend on you. And you can do it. You can get through this. Just remember what's important and what's not. Remember who your friends are and trust them. Let them help you.
I already did that, and look where it got them.
So, somebody gets hurt. That doesn't mean you can give up. I want you to go to Marcuria to see for yourself how those who are not willing to surrender are holding up. You can learn from their courage.
I can't go there. I can't shift. People tell me I have this talent, but it's not true. If I can't use it, what good is it?
But you have used it twice already. April, child, you must learn to believe in yourself and your abilities. Use what you know, what you do best, to focus your magic.
What I do best? You mean painting?
If that's what you do best, then yes, use that as a focal point. After a while, you won't even need that. But it's a beginning.
What about the other things I have to do? What about the Guardian?
The Vanguard are holding Adrian, the Guardian, captive. But they still don't know where the entrance to the Guardian's realm is located.
Shouldn't I free Adrian immediately?
Go first to Marcuria. The doorway will bring you there. If you go straight back to Stark, the Vanguard will find you.
Thanks, Lady Alvane. I'm not going to ask you how you know everything you just told me, because I'm not sure I want to know.
Good luck on your journey ahead, April. I will keep my fingers crossed for you.
Maybe I'll see you again.
Oh, I'm quite certain of that. Quite certain.
And we find ourselves back in Marcuria. Let's go to the city. The city is very much deserted. Sunday, August 6th, around midday, and my life was hanging by a thin thread this morning. If the Lady Alvane hadn't invited me to her house, by way of what looked like a shift, I would have been captured and maybe killed by now. She also told me that Emma will be okay, and even though I can't be sure she's telling the truth, I trust that she is. There was something about her, something so disconcertingly familiar, that I couldn't help but trust her implicitly. Not to mention the fact that she helped me out when I most needed it. It's really strange how she seemed to know about me, and it's so frustrating that she wouldn't tell me more. At least she brought me here, to Marcuria, to see how people are holding up in the face of war, and, I guess, to complete the disc. I wonder who stayed on. Tobias, maybe, or Obnaxus. I don't think he'd leave without saying goodbye. And Brian. Can't forget Brian. I'll have to go visit them all, one last time. Marcuria is completely deserted. It's strange how ghost-like the city feels. How frightening a familiar sight can be when there's nobody around, and all you hear is the wind and the sea. Where did they all go in such a hurry? The city has not been invaded. Everything looks the same as it did before. The Tyrant army must be close though, if nobody dared stay any longer. I'll have to hurry up and get things done before they get here. I don't know a lot about these Tyrant creatures, but from what I've been told they're not particularly friendly. So we need to visit Tobias, Brian, and Obnaxus. No one is here. The map merchant isn't, the cups handler isn't, and if we go to the temple...
The doors are locked and bolted. I guess the Sentinel have decided to skip town with the rest of the population.
Well, Tobias isn't here either. So let's skip back to the city. Go over and see Brian. He's still here.
I figured you'd still be here, Brian.
April Bloody Rye. Well, what do you know? It's It's good to see you, girl. Now get the hell out of Marcuria before the shit hits the fan.
You're not leaving, are you, Mr. Westhouse?
I guess I'm not. I always was an idiot.
You're not an idiot, Mr. Westhouse. Brian, you're just fighting for something you believe in, something you care about.
I don't care a whittle about this bloody town.
I think you do. I think you care a lot, but you hate to admit it.
Yeah, well. I built this house with my own 2 hands, you know. First thing I ever did that I was proud of. Real proud of. I ain't about to leave it to those damn tyrant trolls waltzing in here under the pretense of defending their borders. It's the Vanguard holding their leash, be sure of that.
What are you gonna do when they get here?
I got an old gun locked up in the pantry. Enough bullets to take down at least 24 of those goblins. I'm going down fighting, that's for sure.
You'll be fine, I'm sure of that. Just leave the bottle be until the victory party, okay?
Don't worry about that, girl. That's my last batch of real whiskey. All I got left now is bloody Marcurian wine. And believe me, you don't want to get drunk on that.
I believe you. Just take care of yourself, Brian. Take real good care.
And you, Miss Ryan. I'll be keeping my fingers crossed for you. And if you ever come back this way...
I promise to visit you, of course. Goodbye, Brian.
Goodbye, Brian. Abnaxus next, at his tree.
Enter, honored guest, and I would have been with you presently.
And thankfully he's here as well.
I'm glad to see you're okay, Abnaxus.
Should I not have been okay, April Ryan?
I wasn't sure. Everybody else has left town.
Yes, most everyone did. A war is coming.
Shouldn't you be leaving too, then?
I am, after I see you again.
You shouldn't be putting yourself in danger for my sake, Abnaxus.
Then, for the sake of the balance, you will find 3 stones, yes?
I did, yeah. Just missing one now.
Here, this was the stone of the Venar entrusted to me. I was to take this to Marcuria, and there hold embassy until the Kanangla will come to take it from me.
You had this the whole time? Why didn't you tell me before?
To have been carrying this on your journey will be too risky, April Ryan. You have it now. 4 stones to make 1. Now my task is done, and the veil is upon me. There is only the present and the past now. Only those 2, not the future. The veil is upon us all, April Ryan. I must leave for my people, to be with them in this time of darkness.
Thank you for your help, Abnaxus. I will miss you.
And I you, April Ryan. May the balance bless you. May the balance bless and protect us all.
Nice, so we have the final piece of the disc now.
It's the piece of the stone disc. Abnaxis gave it to me, and his people have apparently had it for a long, long time.
Excellent, so we can remake the disc now. Sunday, early afternoon. I got the final stone, the last piece of the Disc of the Balance. Abnaxis had it. I'm glad it was him, although I wish he'd told me earlier. At least I didn't have to go find another magical species living in a lake of lava or in some kind of poisonous swamp or something like that. So what now? Well, these 4 stones are supposed to be combined into one stone, one disc, which will serve as a key into the Guardian's realm. The question is, how do I make this disc, and where? Tobias told me the disc used to be kept at the Enclave, so that's probably a good place to start, I guess. That is precisely where we have to go, in fact. Back to the city and to the Enclave. And it's right here where you make it.
It's a small recess about the size of my fist, with a thin duct extending from the recess to the circular hollow in the middle of the floor. It's a circular hollow about 20 centimeters across and about 5 centimeters deep. The dragon's mouth is pointing straight down at the middle of the floor.
So we have to place the pieces of the disc into these stone hollows. The elation goes at the top. The Banda stone goes on the right one. The Dark People stone goes at the bottom. And finally, the Venar stone is on the left.
I think something's gone wrong.
Something is wrong with the dragon's head. We have to interact with that.
It looks like something's blocking the dragon's mouth from opening up completely.
We have to call Crow now, because we can't clear it ourselves.
Don't tell me. You need help with something you can't get to.
Nice to see you, too. Why so cynical?
Because it seems like the only times you call me is when you need me to do something. It's never to say, "Hello, Crow, what have you been up to?" or, "Hey, just wanted to let you know how much I love you."
Sorry. There's just so much on my mind I forget to treat my friends right.
Friend? I'm your friend. Whatever you need me to do, babe, I'm there. What do you need me to do?
I need to use you on the dragon.
Something's preventing that stone dragon's mouth from opening completely. Could you check it out?
That's it? Pfft, easy.
Easy.
Yeah, I see what's wrong here. When was the last time they cleaned this thing? There's there's pigeon crap all over it. Some of it's so old it's almost petrified.
Great! Peck it off.
Peck it? No, that's disgusting. Nobody told me I was gonna be pecking pigeon crap when I joined up for this adventure.
Crow? Peck it off!
Yike! I'm on fire!
Sunday, August 6th, mid-afternoon. I figured out where the 4 pieces of the disc used to be kept, at the Enclave, and with a little help from Crow I managed to melt the stones with fire into one complete stone disc. Now, all I have to do is retrieve the disc from the pool inside the library, find the second Arcadian Dragon's Eye jewel, and go home. The fact that I have no idea how to go about accomplishing those 2 last tasks doesn't really bother me. I've been in worse binds before, and all of them during this past week, so I'm betting I'll be able to figure this one out too. Okay, so the stone disc has dropped through the hole into the pool down here, presumably to cool it. Certainly explains why there's a pool of water in a library.
So you're still here?
Eh? Oh, it's just you. If you have come to use the library, I'm afraid I must disappoint you. We're all very busy today. Very busy indeed.
Don't worry, I didn't come by to do any reading today.
Good. With the Tyrant army approaching, we don't have much time.
Is Vestrum Tobias around?
Oh, goodness. You do not know? I'm sorry to have to tell you this, but Tobias, he's dead. Murdered.
No, by whom?
We don't know, but we suspect Vanguard agents, of course. In the chaos of the evacuation, the soldiers had their hands full making sure no one was trampled, and that looters were promptly apprehended. When we visited the temple after everyone had left, there were so many books and valuable artifacts we wanted to bring here for safekeeping. We found Tobias by the mules he loved so dearly. He'd been stabbed in the heart, and from the looks of it, he didn't resist much at all. He probably even knew his assailant.
Why Tobias? He was the kindest, gentlest man I've ever known. Always helpful, always ready to listen. I'll really miss him.
So will all of us. He was a great man, and a great Vestrum, and we will never see another like him. But unfortunately, there were many who disagreed with his views, and the Vanguard, well, they would be happy to see the end of him for good.
Another reason for doing everything we can to stop them. Shouldn't you be leaving the city?
Leaving? No, I'm staying here with my fellow Minstrom. The Enclave is our life and our home, and we're not letting the Vanguard and the Tyrant army drive us away. But we will defend ourselves.
With what? Books?
We may look harmless, but don't judge a book by its cover. There are many of us who are skilled at magic. I can throw a pretty mean ball of fire myself. We even have swords and bows, and a few of us are well versed with deadly weaponry. So we won't be easily defeated, trust me.
Good luck.
And to you, the same.
R.I.P. Tobias. There is the pool.
It's a pool of seawater.
And the disc is in there. There it is.
It's the disc of the balance, key to the Guardian's realm, forged in dragon's fire from the 4 stones I collected on my journey across Arcadia. And a pretty sweet paperweight as well. Not without taking a dive into the water, I won't.
So take a dive into the water then. Right? I mean, we've been swimming underwater, right? You can't just wade in and get your feet wet?
It's stuck. It's a rusty wheel.
No. We have to use the wheel to drain the water, for some reason.
Excuse me?
Yes?
What's the rusty wheel downstairs for?
A wheel? Oh, yes, the wheel. That's used for draining the water out of the pool.
Do you know why the drainage wheel is stuck?
Goodness, it is. Why, yes, of course it is. We keep the sluices locked so that the pool is not drained by accident.
Could you unlock it for me?
Certainly. But why?
Because I need to drain the pool.
Goodness me, you do? Very well, I will unlock the sluices.
Good. Now we can go down there and use the wheel. Easy peasy. We can also breathe underwater now, so I don't understand, but whatever. We've got the stone disc. Hey.
It's the complete and assembled stone disc, forged by the fire of a dragon and chilled in the cool waters of the Sentinel Enclave.
Awesome. Now we need to leave Arcadia somehow. Let's start by leaving the Enclave. Would help.
Oh my god, it's an army heading this way, and they've got the road blocked. Where's a shift when you need one? I'm in real trouble here. Come on, shift, shift. I did it last time I was scared out of my mind, and I don't feel any safer now. It's not working. I'm just gonna have to hide out in the... Oh! Saved by the bell. Again. I'm like the Incredible Hulk, except my powers only work when I'm scared silly. That's the second time I've opened a shift by instinct alone when I've been in mortal danger. The frustrating thing is, I still don't know how to do it when I'm not scared. Wait, didn't the old lady say I should use what I do best to focus my talents? Is running away really what I do best? Come to think of it, why did the shift dump me here? I wasn't even thinking about the studio.
We're back in the studio, and look, Emma's sculpture. It's a Merum. Isn't that cool? Unfortunately, April doesn't have anything new to say about it. Again with this last minute shifting, what's up with that? Who's doing this? Am I really opening a shift on my own without realizing it? And can I only do this when I'm scared out of my mind? That's not particularly convenient. But now I'm just thinking about myself, which I have a nasty habit of doing. What about Minstrom Yerin, and Brian, and all the other people left in Marcuria? They're facing an army with nothing but their courage. How are they going to cope? I have it easy. I can always run away. They can't. They have too much to fight for. I'll just have to help them out the only way I know how, by finishing what I started. I still have to go back to Arcadia one last time to retrieve the second Dragon's Eye jewel, and I think I know where to find it, where all this started. The only question is, how do I get there? Lady Alvane said to use my talent to focus my powers, and my only talent is art. So in that case, we have to use our art in order to try and shift.
Strange. It almost looks as if my painting has changed since the last time I was here. The colors are more vivid, more real. It's still got a way to go before it resembles anything, though.
Let's go that extra way then.
The old woman, Lady Alvane, was it? She said something about using my craft to focus my powers, to learn how to open a shift at will. I guess it's worth a try. I did it on my own. I did it.
April.
Oh, Mother. What's wrong with you?
Touch me. April.
What's happening to you, Mother?
I am dying, April.
But you can't die. You're the Mother, the White Dragon. You're eternal. Aren't you?
The mother is, April, but I am not. It is time for the new to replace the old, for the seed to grow into a flower, and for the withered and the gray to turn to dust and pass on into the ages.
Help me understand, please.
Take my blue eye, the crystal. You need it.
But I can't.
Take it, quickly.
Thank you. Please don't go.
I am tired. The war with chaos has taken its toll on me. I wish I could have seen my children grow up.
When will the egg hatch?
When I die and turn to dust, be here then to witness the new mother.
I promise.
Be who you are, April. Do not be afraid of that.
Who am I?
My daughter. My own daughter.
Be who you are. Sister? Sister. I can do it now. I can shift. It's not easy, but I can do it. Ironic as it may be, though, I think I've done all I can do in Arcadia. I have the 2 Arcadian Dragon's Eye jewels, the disc, and a star map. Now I need to find the Guardian, the 2 missing jewels, and somebody who can help me decipher the star map, and I have to look for those things here, in Stark.
April Bloody Ryan.